Okay. Good evening, Julia.
Good evening, Jeff. It feels like it's been a while.
How you been?
Oh man,
You all right?
it's like a catch up.
We haven't had a podcast in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I think week and a half. Yeah,
we had road trip. We did do a podcast after road trip,
we did.
and then I went on vacation. You went on vacation, and now we're back.
Now we're back. It's good to be. But where'd you go? What'd you do? If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the calendar. I went on 2 different vacations because mine were kind of split. One weekend, and then I didn't see you for a week, and then another weekend. The first weekend, I went on what we call Girls Weekend, and it's all the women in the family on my mom's side, and we rent a hotel and we spend the weekend together. I guess this year it was an Airbnb, but there is about 20 of us, 22.
And this is a yearly thing, annual deal.
Annual thing. My grandfather actually started it, and then it's
So
all of the women in the family. So we have great grandchildren now.
How long has this been going? I mean, you said your grandfather.
My pa started it when before my mom was married, and they've been married for 35 years.
Oh, goodness.
So it's a yearly thing, and then you get 22 women in the room together. It's so fun though. We laugh, we have a lot of fun. We're really silly, and then it's also we're all women of faith, and so that's also part of it.
Well, you've given us a lot of information, but you did not tell us where you went.
Oh,
Do you not want to?
Scottsdale.
Oh,
It's a staycation. And then also my family who's watching is going to say you left out the part where we also go shopping all weekend. So we've bought some crazy things over the years, and we go crazy through the mall, and there's 30 of us in the mall. It's really cool.
Retail therapy is what they call that, right?
Yeah.
Is that retail therapy? Now you also went camping.
Yes.
Okay.
That was what I did this last weekend for 4th of July. I went home back to Phoenix and man, it was hot.
Did you you camped in a tent?
Yeah.
And what was the temperature? I can't imagine camping in a tent in Phoenix, Arizona in July.
Yeah. Some people will go glamping, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well, you got the AC, but
that's not what we do.
So you just straight tent.
You tent camp, which I didn't know that. I just thought camping was camping.
Right.
And then I got older, and everyone would say, in a tent? Somebody did say, well, where did you shower? I said, I didn't shower. We were
Who needs a shower?
in the woods. It was probably 90 in the sun. I did wake up baking in the tent.
Man, that sounds like a great time.
Oh,
I can't even imagine.
It was a time.
How do you even sleep? Don't you have to cover it gets bright in the tents?
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine the sun, because tents are is opaque. Is that a word where you can kind of see through? Like when the sun's coming up, and you probably have an eye mask or something.
Something that I think I'm getting.
I'm like, I've just been in a tent before.
My family said share this story, and
should.
I told you, and you said don't share that story.
That is so bad. I'm sorry, I'm being very ornery right now. It's all right.
Should I share it?
I think you should maybe. Let's continue, and then near the end of the program, here in about 20 minutes, maybe. I
my family, I'll say my whole family said share the eye mask story.
You should share it. You know what?
We're gonna wait in 20 minutes. Tell me what you did, because you had a whole week off.
I did. I went. My wife and I spent a week in Eureka, Kansas, one of my favorite little towns ever. And I went to fishing, and I'm on my phone. I want to show the audience. What I caught. I caught a big bass.
Oh,
I caught a real big bass.
Is this what you posted on? Social
it
media.
Is, yeah.
Okay.
So, show you.
Oh.
Look at that big old bass right there.
Look at the beard.
Well, you can't really see it there, but that's 6.5 pounders.
Dang.
6.5 pounds. Yep. Feel pretty good about that. Anyway, so we had a great time. My wife is a big she's a paddleboarding machine.
Yeah.
And so in the mornings she would get up and she'd paddleboard. There's a lake out there, Eureka Lakes, it's a city lake, and she would paddleboard the whole lake. Mm-hmm. It was great. And
Did you paddleboard with her?
No, dude. I can't do it. And now to her, I haven't really attempted to learn. So let's just say I tried it once a couple of years ago, and it was a disaster.
The balance is
everything was everything. Okay. It was I don't know, what do they call it? Cavalcade of air. It was just a folly, and terror.
Word of the day.
I can't think of
a couple
it.
of them.
I'm trying to be articulate. Opaque. And anyway, so she did offer to teach me, and
Yeah.
she showed me some tips,
Yeah.
and I did not follow through. I did not do the triangle of there's some stuff she's really good at.
I feel like anytime your partner's
Like-
like, "Hey, I'm going to teach you something new," that's when you're like,
Yeah.
"No,
She could
I'll
straight up
somebody else teach me."
straight up yoga on the
Oh yeah,
we did that. Did a couple of went out to Old Teeter Rock.
Yeah.
It's a thing,
Monument?
and Google it, and well, yeah, it's a monument,
Yeah.
like a marker.
yeah.
Kinda.
It's
Really pretty. A lot of
Beautiful.
wild stallions, horses around there, and it was a good thing. It was good. Saw some buddies, some
Mhm.
friends, and some stuff like that. Saw some fireworks. People were doing that this week.
you
It's kinda
took.
neat.
Was it your cousin's son that you took fishing as well?
Yeah, so that's where I
Yeah.
caught that. Yeah, so my cousin's son, Ian, is just I think he's, I'm not sure how old he is, 10, 12. Sorry, Ian.
He's like 17.
He's probably, yeah. He's not walking, he's at work right now. Anyway, so he is a great fisherman.
Uh-huh.
And for being that young. And so he wanted to go fishing in the morning. That's when he caught the big fish in front of him.
Which you got to show him that you're
It's
cool.
something that you could strive to. Well, maybe one day Ian, you could catch. Anyway,
I thought that was
It
cool
was
because
fun.
you
he caught a
had to,
fish. Hey, he caught a fish too.
which you didn't show that picture, but you had to get up early. You
I
took
did.
him out. I thought that was very cool
Yeah.
because there was a lot of work to make that happen.
There
and
was,
what
yeah.
a special bonding.
He doesn't know he's a fisherman. He's serious. We don't talk.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
you
you're-
were silent for
You're
hours.
just out there, ripping lips. What they call it. But it was fun. But it was great to get back, and I do enjoy. You were walking in with me on Monday, and we kind of I got some blowback for this, but I really like coming to work.
Yeah.
Surprise, shocking. Like,
Not from me. No blowback from me.
no, not from you, but from some other
Coworkers.
folks here, some teammates that were like, "Oh yeah, right."
Yeah.
No, I really enjoy coming here. So, yeah.
I think that's the goal, right? To enjoy your vacation, but then also
Sure.
have a job that you like that you want to come back to.
I was excited to get back. I've been doing this for, what is it, 600 years now?
Yeah.
I checked my watch. But I've always enjoyed taking a break,
Mhm.
but I've enjoyed coming back. Once this, I'd be surprised. You can interact with us on Facebook right now. We are live, unless you're watching us on KSM Plus or you're re-racking the Facebook feed. But if it's 7:38 in the PM on a Tuesday, we're live. But I'd be curious if most other people have that same thought. Do they, when you go away on vacation, when you come back, are you excited to come back? Does it feel good to get back in the groove, so to speak?
Oh yeah, we did get some comments. Corey said, "For me, how did you like the camping deal? 4th of July weekend. Enjoy the warm weather." I think you had kind of said something similar, which is it's packed 4th of July weekend.
Yes.
The difference is I flew into Phoenix on 4th of July, so I missed the holiday rush.
Okay.
And then we drove up north about 2 hours from where I live. And it was fun. I got to spend, 2 hours uninterrupted in the car with my sister. And we missed all of the traffic. But we did get lost in the woods. We do camping so intensely that you don't hit your camping spot until you lose cell service.
Okay.
So then we were trying to get from other people the location and the coordinates to figure out, okay, where in the woods are we staying? But we eventually found them.
So were you in a? There's two kinds of there's camping in like a camp area,
Yeah.
and then there's also a camping called I would call it out. It's like overlanding, which is where you are you're in a public area or government open land, but you can camp. There's not like a campsite. So are you camping in like an area where people camp?
What we
Or were
did
you off the
over the
grid?
weekend was more off the grid.
Okay.
Growing up, we did a ton of camping, but my pa had horses. And so we always had to go to areas where horses were allowed.
Okay.
And then you had to have, a lot of them had like a corral that you could have the horses out in. And so we were very strategic about what we would do. But we did, we had aunts and uncles that brought ATVs. I mean, we spent a lot of time camping, which I also don't think a lot of people would think. You go out and we're on TV and it looks glamorous. And then you saw the picture on Facebook of my sister's feet just dirty. And I think it's fun. It's fun to have both.
Okay.
It's fun to play on the woods.
It's fun to all the feet pics.
It was gross.
Go ahead.
Jody said,
Oh,
great to see you guys doing this again. Great team. Oh, we got to see Jody when she
Jody
came in.
came into the studio when I was coming.
I-
She came in here to see Jody.
I know. And then Corey said, well, Jeff, enjoy your 4th of July weekend. Catch some fish.
Thank you.
that weekend every day. And Kelly did want to know, when severe weather coverage is happening, does it get intense?
Here at the station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say
Want to elaborate?
On severe weather coverage?
Yeah.
It's it's intense. I mean, how do I
think any breaking news is intense,
yeah.
no matter what it is.
So it's I will say this, depending on the severity of the weather and the duration of the event,
mm-hmm.
it is it's a very time consuming long work day,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes more. I would say that it consumes, when it's severe, depending on the severity, again, it will consume sort of everything that we do that particular day. It becomes priority number one.
Yeah.
So you
public safety, of course.
Yes, and it does get a little intense, but I think we do it. It's not our first rodeo, so we navigate that.
Breaking news now, and it's funny, I pulled this from you. His eyes always get a little concerned when I say you.
It does get, yeah.
I walked in there, I was new on the evening show, and I came in, and I operate at like a level 10 energy.
You do.
And I came in, though, operating at a level 10, and it was before I got moved to the 4. And you had reminded me of just bringing the energy down. And I had done that for a number of years, and for whatever reason, had gotten back in the habit of operating at that 10.
Yep.
And so I think, while it's intense, we're really calm when we do it, which is an interesting thing.
You would try to, because usually when something big is happening, or even if it's good or it's bad or it's breaking or it's weather, a lot of times it's human nature to get excited. And excited is not that sounds like we're like, yay, but you you have something important to relay to an audience, mm-hmm. and you want to make sure that you are relaying it, in a way that is going to resonate with your audience. And so you sort of have too much energy, I think, sometimes. Yes. And so you have to sort of bring it down, because, the last thing you don't want to turn on, and it was like some wacky anchors going, oh my goodness.
They're saying we'd watch that.
Yeah, we probably would. And so, that's there. That's a good point. We do try to
tamp the energy down.
You have to tamp the energy.
Christine said she went to Branson for my in-law's 50th wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations. That is so cool. Branson's a fun place when it's not crowded. So it's never fun. No, I'm kidding. Branson's cool, but every time I've been to Branson, it's been like Disney World, man. It's crowded.
I've never been.
Dude, you're like, it's Ozarks, it's Branson, Missouri, and all of a sudden it's Times Square. I mean, it's crazy.
Did you bring your kids there? And that was like, because they have roller coasters?
No, we were Great Wolf Lodge people.
Oh, fancy. Yeah. Hey, he was camping too.
It's, you're just going to lose money no matter where you go. No, I was never, there's Silver Dollar City, but I never went there as a kid. We really didn't do a lot of Branson. I've been as an adult for the shopping, or whatever they do. And it's
retail
it's just a lot of, man, it's so crowded there sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you can catch Branson on the day when it's not crowded, it's great.
Probably not in the summer. Jody said she's a teacher. Mm-hmm. So, I'm usually ready to go back to work in August. That is my vacation.
Okay, yeah. And teachers, I think most of the educators that I'm friends with, or I know, most of them are very passionate about education, and so they do look forward. Obviously they love the break, mm-hmm. but many of them love to get back in the classroom and do all that prep work before the students arrive. So,
especially by the time August rolls around.
Yeah.
Kelly did say that was good insight, so we're glad, Kelly.
Yeah.
Christine also echoed that it's very crowded, and then John said go to Branson after the kids go back to school.
That's clutch right there. That's good advice. Because, then you can enjoy it. You enjoy it with the kids too, but Parkinson's messed up. So did your son stay with you the week that you were in Eureka? Okay, no, he showed up. He stayed. Him and his girlfriend came for one night. He had to work. He's a working man. He's got that lifeguarding duty there. Yeah. At the South YMCA.
That he loves though.
Loves his job, and so they were able to come Thursday night for the Little Lobster Boil. We did. And then Friday he left. Don't just throw that in there. How is the lobster boil that we were not invited to? Well, yeah. You can thank me later for not inviting you. And it was really good, and had a great group of people there. And Tim, who runs this thing, he's from Maine. Mm-hmm. He did a great job, and it was fun. It was a good night.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's fun to cram in a lot of different things into your vacation. You did fishing.
I did fishing.
You did the lobster boil. You did not paddleboarding.
Took some call them booney cruises.
Oh.
You're out in the boonies and
Yeah.
you're just driving around.
ATVs, right?
Yeah, like a UTV.
A
So like
UTV.
a side by side.
Mhm.
Not like nothing fancy. Just really, it's not. It's just a thing with wheels. And it goes,
Fancy thing.
I can go forward and back. It's fine. So yeah, we did that, and then the lobster thing was great, and it's a lot of work, and it's over.
And it's over now. And now I feel like our vacations are done.
Yes, we're ready to get back.
But it's only July. It's only July. Nothing else planned for the summer?
I've got some stuff planned, but it's nothing big.
Yeah.
Should we
What do you
tell
have planned?
Ooh, I'm excited. That's it. Going to Chicago
Oh.
for a little bit.
What
then-
for?
Going to hang out.
That's so funny. You,
I
of course, lived
got
in Chicago.
friends there, and my wife has some business to take care of in Chicago, and so we're going to do that. And then St. Louis for the Cubs series against the Cards. Going to see a Cubs Cards series, mixing it up this year a little bit. Going to go to St. Louis. Usually we try to catch the Cubs and Cards at Wrigley.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do a little St. Louis action.
That's going to be fun.
Because, and I'll tell you why, we were originally going to go to see the Cubs play, I think it was Baltimore, Pittsburgh or something in the first week of August. And we were looking at hotels. It's like $600 a night for this time. I'm up there all the time. This is not right.
Yeah.
So then Lollapalooza is that week. So we've got, it was like the largest music festival basically in the United States is that week. And so these hotels and even the VRBOs and the Airbnbs is jacking their prices way up. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we see him? Why don't we see him play in St. Louis the next week? And so that's what
That's fun.
Yeah.
Karina said that she's going to Florida at the end of the month for some beach therapy.
Oh, nice. That's good therapy.
It is good therapy. I have learned or decided that I'm no longer a beach person. I'm a mountains person.
Nice. Okay.
But I don't know why this makes me think of the weather. It was so hot camping.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, the car temperature had registered at 122.
Okay.
And I got into Wichita on Sunday night at 11:20. And it was 76 and it was humid. But it was so beautiful. And I am not going to complain about the weather for the rest of the summer.
It's like a 40-degree difference. 122 in the car.
Yeah.
Or not in the car, but that was the car.
That's what it said it was outside.
Gosh.
And I don't want to do that anymore. So the beach though, I'm always surprised when I go to the beach how much hotter it is.
Well, they'll go to San Diego.
It's beautiful in San
It's
Diego.
cold. You're not going to get hot on the beach in San Diego.
I've spent a lot of time in San Diego.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
just
good.
cold though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's still chilly-ish.
The clouds burn off
Okay.
by mid-morning, usually.
I mean, if you want to get, I see what you're saying. Even Naples this time of year would be.
Which you also love Naples.
I love Naples.
You love Florida.
I like Naples.
Yeah.
We had a connection there, and then they
Kind
moved.
of your connection move.
They moved.
Where to?
South Carolina.
You can vacation in South Carolina.
I've made a visit in South Carolina. Very pretty state. I totally hate myself for not adventuring South Carolina before being old now. Soft bones that I have.
No.
So I really need to
That's
South Carolina, y'all. That state. If you've never been, it was never on my radar. Have you ever? Okay, let me ask you this: have you ever gone somewhere or taken a visit somewhere? Maybe not for vacation, but it was a place that you never thought you would even. It's never on your. It's not on your checklist. It's not in your top 100. You're not even thinking about it. Then you go for whatever reason. Why? What's wrong with me? Why did I not have this on my radar?
Yeah, it happens once a year for 23 towns in
yes,
5
that's right.
days.
The KSN summer road trip. But no, really, seriously, I mean, and where would that be for you? So mine would be South Carolina. I, in a million years, would never say, "Hey, I want to check out South Carolina. I know there's Hilton Head, and there's some fancy stuff down there, but it's not. It was never something that I even thought about. It wasn't. It's not one of the states that I'd be like, "This is my top 10 states." And then I went there, and I'm like, "Oh, I really need to come back here."
Yeah.
What about you?
It did happen to me. Kansas.
Did it? Oh, congratulations. Yes. What is it about it? Was it the wind that you loved?
Kansas, Washington, all the states I feel like I've moved to. I also lived in Texas. And Texas,
Oh, please. Continue with Texas.
I did leave, and I drank the Kool-Aid, and I said, "This is the best country in the world." I really felt that way. Yeah. But now that I live there, I did it. I don't need to go back. Washington State, I didn't realize how beautiful it was. Yeah. I lived in a place that was high desert, and then Kansas. In a million years, I never would have picked Kansas as where I would move to.
Most people, let's you know something. Most people who we new teammates that we onboard, most of them would say, "I never thought of it in years that I would actually be in Kansas." And they get here and they love it. They love it's easy. Yeah. Okay, living in Wichita is easy. Mm-hmm. Living in Kansas is pretty easy. It's affordable at this point in time, and it's centrally located, so you're really not that far with an aircraft. Yeah. With
5 hours from anywhere.
I mean, you say where you want to
go. In the continental U.S. I like it. I like it for so many reasons, and I say it all the time. And if we've had a chance to talk one-on-one, then you've heard it. It was the biggest blessing that I never could have imagined or worked out or planned. And I look back and I'm so happy I'm here. It was truly the best thing. And then I say I love the people, but what I love about the people is they're straight shooters. So Texas, you get Texas friendly, and they're going to be so kind to you. And in Kansas, people are straight shooters. If they don't like something, they're going to tell you. Yeah. But what they say, you can take that to the bank. I think that's the best thing. And I remember moving here and calling my mom and saying, "I can't tell if this is real." And she said, "In that part of the country, it's real." But you
love it.
I love it.
I'm going to clip this when you, if you ever leave, just write the time code.
Yeah. It is.
I'm going to replay it for you, so you're not.
Do you remember what you told me when you called me for my interview to move here?
Gosh, what's
3 years ago, over 3 years ago.
What is it?
You get on the phone, and we had never talked before. You set it up over email, and you said, "So tell me why you want to move here, because the weather sucks. Yeah, it's super windy."
I'm very honest with people who move here, and let me tell you why. Like, somebody might say, "Why would you?" But here's the deal. I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. Mm-hmm. We ask a lot of people when they apply here. There are a lot of people that work for local television stations. Most of them that you see on TV in this particular market are not from Wichita or Kansas. Yeah. I mean, just the way that people move around. When they're young, they're moving up. I've always believed it's important to if you're asking someone to pick up their life, move cross country, plop down in a city they've never been, immediately ask them to do 3 full-time jobs: photographer, reporter, editor, and then give them keys to a car and give them a car and have them try to find sources and stories in an area they've never been to in their entire lives. They need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. They need to know everything before they make that decision to come here. And so I think it's important to let them know. Listen, here's the good, here's the bad, here's the ugly. Do you still want this job?
You got to weed people out for sure.
You do, because it is. If you've never been to Kansas, you might be shocked to find out that the weather is trash. It's garbage. In this part of Kansas, it's trash. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You live in Kansas, you know I'm right.
I was just cooking in a tent in Arizona, so trust me, this is pretty good.
But what is Arizona? What is Phoenix?
Snowbirds.
And the least windiest place
yes.
in the United States.
Yeah, it is.
So where it's located, so you don't get all the wind.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, and I don't know. I feel bad. I put you on this spot, and I don't know if you want to share.
I forgot about that.
Oh, you did?
I forgot about that. My dad did text me, which means he's watching it, and I bet you he says, "Don't share the story." No, he did not say that. So here's the deal. Here's what happened.
It is funny. I'll be honest. It is a really kind of a funny story.
And my whole family said, "Share the story."
Well, you can't let them down.
So here's the thing. So I flew into Phoenix, and I took my roller bag. That was easier to travel with. So we get up north to go camping. And I didn't want to bring my roller bag into the tent.
Gotcha.
So I said, great, I'm going to throw my clothes into the bag with my sister.
Okay. Your sister's bag?
Yeah, her bag.
Gotcha.
And so I said, I will, just throw the clothes that I need for tomorrow. So we throw it in there. We throw it in the tent. And so it is, we're only staying one night. It is me. It is my sister, and it is her boyfriend. Okay. And we're all staying in the tent. So I wake up, I go to bed. And it's so cold. So I throw on, I have 2 pairs of pants on, I have 3 jackets on, and I have a sleeping bag, and I have a fleece jacket. So I wake up in the morning, and it is so hot. I'm cooking in that tent. And so I look over and my sister is passed out and she's got her eye mask on. And I think I should have brought the eye mask. He's passed out. He's asleep.
The boyfriend, the sister's boyfriend's passed out asleep. Your sister's got the eye mask.
Yeah, because she was so smart.
Okay.
And so I'm, ripping off my jacket, trying to take off the sleeping bag that I'm cooking in. And so I think nothing of it. I wake up a couple hours later and he's out of the tent. She still has the eye mask on.
Okay.
So we go to get our clothes and she looks over and she makes the joke and she goes, "Hey, why is your underwear on my man's bed?" And so we're joking about it. And I'm like, wow, that's embarrassing. So I take it, those are my clothes for the day. So I get dressed, we get dressed. And so we're at lunch and, they're talking about the eye mask. And she said, "Oh yeah, the eye mask was great. We need that because, it was so bright and we got to order a second one."
Yeah.
And so he said, "Oh, well, I thought there was a second one in there because I found it on the end of the bed and I grabbed it. And then I realized it was your underwear." And she said, "What'd you do with it?" Now we're all at lunch. I know what it is. She knows what it is.
Family's there. Your dad.
So now at this point, my dad's there. My mom's there. We're all talking about it. But my sister and I know what it is. And he goes, "Well, no." She goes, "Did you put it on?" And he goes, "Well, no, because I realized it was underwear." And, it's pitch black at night. And so she goes, "Well, good, because that was my sister's underwear." Yeah. And the poor guy turns beet red. My dad's laughing. My mom's laughing. And that was the last time we'll ever make eye contact.
Yeah. No. I think I probably would have, in a pinch, if it was really bright, I would have just.
No.
I mean, you got to get your sleep in.
He was a good sport about it.
Okay. Now the question that we all have is that was your clean pair for the day.
That was a clean pair for the day.
Okay.
So if it had happened,
it's a good story.
I mean, and it fell out of the bag. You gotta have a sense of humor about it. But yeah, it was.
I've got some really good ideas. Well, I got some good ideas for you after the show for like Christmas gifts for your sister's boyfriend. You have opened up a wonderful creative opportunity to haze this man for the rest of his life.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, that's awesome.
That is.
You don't get those opportunities very often.
The best part is like both of my parents dying laughing and thinking it's hilarious, and he's sitting there of like,
oh, he's beat red.
Oh, of course, embarrassed. But now I've got Christmas gifts every year. Yeah. 5 for $25.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
Hope this helps you sleep.
Yeah.
Good luck.
People did laugh. I can see the emojis rolling in, but nobody has dared to comment on the underwear eye mask fiasco.
It's got me, yeah. It was a good, because you mentioned that the other day, and I thought that was a really good story, and we were debating on whether or not to share it, and I was like, you know what? In fact, I think I told you not to share it.
You did say.
And I goaded you into sharing it. So.
My family at lunch said, "Oh, you got to share this on after hours." And now I'm like, maybe they don't get a say anymore.
It does fit the after hours.
Yeah, it does.
What we call the show here. So
it works.
Okay, quickly, I got to mention that you can catch any episode of our podcast on KSN Plus. It's the app for your Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. And it's easy to install. I believe we have instructions on KSN.com.
We do.
So you can go there, and in fact, I'm looking at it right now. So this way you can find this podcast along with some other unique programming on KSN Plus. So check that out, and then you can watch all of our podcasts. We're out of time. You have any last thoughts that you want to?
No, we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.